Tiny Belle and welcome back to my channel. I wish we were meeting on better terms. Today's video is disturbing. We will be discussing things like child abuse and neglect on the part of Netflix. So if any of that disturbs you, you might want to skip this video. Now, our trusty Wikipedia describes Cheer as an American television docuseries that airs on Netflix that started in January 2020. It's a 6-part series that follows the nationally ranked 40-member Navarro College Bulldogs cheer team from Texas as they prepare to compete in the National Cheerleading Championship held in Daytona, Florida. Okay, I watched the first episode of the first season, so you guys don't have to. Today we're going to be looking at one of the breakout stars in the show. Jerry Harris was charged with creating child pornography back in December of 2020. Now, following up with that story today, 7 additional charges. 7! Did you hear what I said? 7 additional charges have been brought against Jerry Harris, who allegedly has been soliciting naked photos and videos from minors. Allegedly. I think the most disturbing part is that this docuseries is still on Netflix. And not only is it still on Netflix, but there are clear signs of Jerry doing very creepy things when you think about the charges that are brought against him. It's a lot. The whole series is trouble, but this part in particular is especially disgusting. The video that we're going to look at today is by Good Morning America, and they do a really good job of recapping this story.
This morning, Harris is waking up to a very different reality. Arrested and charged in Chicago federal court with producing child pornography. The TV star accused of contacting 2 underage boys on social media and repeatedly asking them to produce and send sexually explicit videos and photographs of themselves, allegations he denies. If convicted, Harris could face 15 to 30 years in prison.
Okay, so you've heard my take on it. You've heard what Good Morning America has to say. Let's see what your comments had to say, and let's see what clips I can put in to kind of give you a better understanding of just how deeply this goes. Drew S. says, as a society, when are we going to stop placing these people on a pedestal? The more public feeds into their ego, the more they feel they can get away with horrendous acts because they have money and influence. There are celebrities or influencers who definitely don't deserve the publicity or the money because they're cancerous on our society, like Jake and Logan Paul. Whoops. I really think that Drew makes a good point. When you're watching even just the first episode, you can see the younger cheerleaders really idolizing these older cheerleaders. And it's very disturbing to watch that interaction.
These kids are being trained sometimes from the time they can walk.
Jerry is seen like hugging the younger, tiny, these girls are so tiny, this junior team, and you just get chills. You just, I mean, I got full body chills.
You're so cool. Thank you. You do want to go to Navarro because they're really good, and if we get into there, we get a scholarship for a comedy, and then
Now, the most disturbing things that I caught, Jerry watching children's shows, and even his friends are saying, you know every dance move because all you watch is the younger junior team's competition challenges. And it's just a very disturbing scene looking back on what we know now.
It's crazy how much Jay loves cheerleading. I don't know you sit there and watch like younger teams do competitions. Oh, I love it. It's so much fun. I know you do. Jerry, you literally are on your phone watching high school level one. If there was a mini prep team out there, you know you would know their whole routine, their music, and the coaches that coach them and their parents. That's right.
Huh? What? I got chills watching this documentary. Catherine W. says there are more sick places in the human psyche being played out than seems logically possible. To which Catherine responds, why am I just now hearing and seeing about this? And that's how I felt. Girl, same. Same, girl, same. I'm not liking it. Amara says, oh my God, that is disgusting. How are these coaches allowed to work with kids when they have convictions? Beyond nasty. Parents, wake up. And I have to say, she's got a point. Good Morning America airs just a little bit of facts about how many predators are in the cheerleading community.
And now another bombshell allegation rocking the world of cheerleading. A new exclusive USA Today investigation identifying nearly 180 people affiliated with the sport who have faced charges for crimes relating to sexual misconduct involving minors, but were not banned by the sport's two governing bodies, U.S. All-Star Federation and USA Cheer.
Why is that happening? How did adults let this happen? I think there is such a market for child meat, and it's horrifying that nothing is being done when it is so blatant. How do you have convicts working with children in tiny spandex clothes? Huh? I'm so mad. And when you look at Netflix's response, which Good Morning America highlights.
Netflix telling ABC News, like everyone, we are shocked by this news. Any abuse of minors is a terrible crime and we respect the legal process.
They respect the legal process. Okay, well, what about the families of the children who are affected, who can go on your Netflix streaming service and watch this man interact with children? What? How is that respectful, Netflix? Huh? And you guys were already dragged about cuties and you had the audacity to take it here again? You really thought?
You thought that I wasn't gonna come for you because you're confused. I'm gonna rock your shit.
Which brings us to some of the comments that really upset me. There was a lot of victim blaming I found in the comments. Michelle says, I'm sorry, but what he did was wrong. But why didn't the other boys just block Jerry from contacting him? Or just say, I'm not interested. Why interact with him? Michelle would have just not responded to him. Michelle, are you joking? First of all, you're a grown woman. We're talking about young boys who are already trained from 2 years old to idolize these people. And now you as a grown adult are saying you would have? I don't give a hot damn what you would have done, Michelle. Get out of here. So you can take your opinion and you... I'm fine. Then we have the sympathizers. Mook says, I bet Jerry was sexually abused as a child. Lolea says, the fact that he did that when his career just started is just sad. He needs serious help and to stay in prison for years. I don't think anyone is going to see Jerry Harris the same. He was one of my role models. I hope the victims are safe and well. Their stories need to be heard. None of these are excuses, though. They may be reasons. Maybe he did this because he was abused, but it's not an excuse for the abuse. Then you have commenters who swing the complete opposite way. All Night Lemonade says, this dude needs life. Those kids are robbed of their innocence and will never be the same. There should be harsher, more permanent punishes and no parole and no therapy and no pity and no kidding. Kids first, protect our future. Pamela Gale lays it out flat. She says, why isn't the U.S. All-Star Federation and U.S. Cheer accountable for vetting adults who work or volunteer with minors in cheering sports? Sex offenders are slipping through the cracks when they are permitted to list someone else's information on gym ownership paperwork, participate as a paid spectator at competitions, but work with minors at the gym. This is unacceptable. This is the bare minimum, people. That should be our bare minimum. What is going on? And what comment section would be complete without a little bit of unnecessary religion sprinkled in? The original Grumpy says, he was a teenager himself, so now you want to jail kids for trying to have sex? This man is 21 years old, okay? Then it is more a gay hunting thing, I suppose. But I guess normal gay kids have lots of self-confidence. And I am not gay, he says, but not a moralist either. Let him who committed no sin cast the first stone. Sinners, he says in all caps. Sir, shh, I need you to exit. I can't even believe I read your comment, but there were a lot of comments that were like, he without stones casts the first stone in the glass house, in the stone house, in the glass. And you know what my response is? No. Shut up. Now, the rest of the episode is a little bit twisted. Although I recognize that cheerleading is, of course, a real competitive sport. It is a serious athleticism to be a cheerleader. But the injuries that were on display on the first episode of the first season was horrific. There was just a montage of people's bones smacking and cracking.
Well, because right now, of women's athletic activities, cheerleading accounts for the highest number of catastrophic injuries.
Sometimes when you see them flying so high, you know, I am just always praying that they have somebody to catch them because they are up there. And I have been here one time when one was flying and got hurt. And I remember exactly how it sounded when that person screamed.
Not to mention the eating disordered language that was so triggering to me. I mean, took me for a tailspin. I watched it 16 times. I watched this clip I'm about to show you 16 times because I was like, what?
Hopefully I'll be skinny enough so like in our uniforms I'll be able to like see like my ribs. I want to see how much I weigh. We're gonna get weight at practice anyway, so now I just need to know how much food I need to not eat. We get like our weight checked just to make sure we're eating right and taking care of our bodies. Because, you know, we get thrown in the air and do a lot of skills, so we have to stay healthy and all that. Why are you so light? I'm scared. You're scared, you just did it. You weigh like less than a suitcase. I weigh 96.6.
So between the Child Predator still on Netflix, the eating disordered language, the baby children idolizing other gymnasts, the whole documentary as a whole, it just is a no-go for me. You can miss me with that. I don't want any more. I can't even fathom watching another episode. So in conclusion, I am personally offended, and this documentary has no business being up on Netflix until they start chopping out the parts with the child victims and the predators and the eating disorder. I mean, the whole, just cancel it. So I'm going to put the links down below to the Good Morning America video, to the Cheer documentary on Netflix, to anything else I can find that I think you guys might be interested in. Of course, the case is still open. Like I said, innocent until proven guilty. Everything I said is allegedly terrible. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I know it was a tough one to get through. If you guys like the content and you want to keep seeing more, sometimes we're talking serious stuff, sometimes we're laughing, then hit that subscribe button and hit the like button if you like this video in particular, so I know that you enjoy the content and I know how to cater to your wants and needs for next time. Anything that's commented down below, I will not drag you in the comments for. I just like talking to you guys. The conversation is never really over. So what the F are we gonna talk about next week?